Is this the moment where we are going to see Manchester United as a football club under their new manager, Ruben Amorim, win 3 Premier League matches back to back? Or are we going to see them, after building up the momentum of winning a back-to-back games under Amorim, fall to Brighton or drop points? This is the week we have all been waiting for. Welcome to another interesting episode of the Sidelines podcast, where we talk about everything sports, football, handball, you name it. Okay, today we are going to talk about the fact that a lot of people feel like Arsenal are beginning to play like they really want this. Arsenal are beginning to play like a team where you could see that hunger. Arsenal are beginning to play like a team, who have been deprived of success for a very long time. And we can all attest to the fact that Arteta might just be that man. Take your minds back to that Fulham game where, they were able to squeeze that 1-0 victory. Now, we have another important game this weekend where they are going to play Crystal Palace. Now, one important thing about that game is, yes, Arsenal need that win to, extend their stay at the top. But also, let's not forget the fact that this would be the first time Eze would be playing against his former club as a different player. It's going to be emotional for the Crystal Palace fans, of course, but are we going to see Eze destroy his former club just because Arsenal wants to win a title? I'll tell you this, yes, he's going to do that. But the only thing I can tell you, which is the truth, if Eze gets to score, he will not celebrate. We all know that. And also, let's talk about the fact that Mohamed Salah's days are numbered. Look, this one is not even countdown. This one is numbered. It's starting from 1, 2, 3. And when he gets to a certain time, I feel like Mohamed Salah would no longer be relevant at Liverpool. Because whether you like it or not, this was a player that was one of the most important elements to them winning the league. And now we're seeing a camouflage. We're seeing, a reflection of who we once thought, would go on to be one of the greatest to ever, play in the Premier League in Liverpool. Now, take your minds back to that game between Liverpool and Manchester United. We could see Ancelot's frustration. The Mohamed Salah that we know would convert those chances. Do you understand? And also now let's look at the fact that they played Frankfurt in the Champions League without Salah. Is this a way of showing us that, okay, Liverpool can actually move forward without Salah? Or are they trying to tell us that, okay, maybe he's still trying to find his rhythm with the new crop of players? Or is there anything missing that we should know? But if you ask me, in my own candid opinion, I'll tell you that Mohamed Salah should probably look elsewhere. But he cannot do that because he was given a new contract, and he has to stay until his contract has, been exhausted. And also now let's talk about the fact that Amorim, for the first time, the whole pressure of the Premier League has been taken off Amorim's shoulders. Now, whether you want to agree with me or not, the match between Manchester United and Chelsea, most people were saying, oh, it's because of the red card. Do you understand? But now we saw a Ruben Amorim side go to Anfield, go to Liverpool's home ground, and they were able to get a hard-fought victory. The score was 2-1. Do you understand? And this is the same man that the media was criticizing, saying, oh, okay, the system is not working, Amorim should do that. Now he's proving to us gradually that, look, this is why I came here, to change the system, to bring something new. And whether you like it or not, it is working. We are seeing it before our own eyes. It is working. To beat Liverpool at home, not many can do that. And also, they face Brighton this weekend. A tough test. We all know Brighton is currently going unbeaten. Do you understand? And the only advantage I would say Manchester United has is the fact that the fixture is happening at Old Trafford and not at Brighton's home. Even if it happened at Brighton's home, there would still be hopefuls that Manchester United, coming off of the Liverpool win, would go into that game with a little bit of momentum. So, playing at home would also give the boys that, okay, we just finished beating the current Premier League champions. What can we do against the Brighton? If I were to predict that game, I would tell you that Manchester United would definitely win that game comfortably. But I cannot promise you a clean sheet, okay? And also now, let's talk about the fact that El Clasico is coming. There's a big question in the air. Will Xabi Alonso's boys stay top of the La Liga, by topping Barcelona with 5 points? Because currently they are doing that with 2 points. If they win Barcelona, they're going to top the table with 5 points, while Barcelona would have to trail them with that same point. But if Barcelona gets to win Madrid this coming Sunday. It will be a slap on Xabi Alonso's boys because so far they've been doing great, to stay top of the league. And Barcelona would have to understand the fact that, look, they need to do better. Who are you putting your money on? If I were to put my money on anybody, it would definitely be on Xabi Alonso's boys because we can all see the hunger. Mbappe wants to do the inevitable. Mbappe wants to put his name down in history books. He wants to write in the same book that Ronaldo had his name, inscribed on. Drop your predictions for the El Clasico coming up on Sunday between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Who do you think would win? Who do you think will stay atop of the La Liga, table next week? And also between Arsenal and Crystal Palace, will Arsenal maintain this momentum or will they drop points against Crystal Palace? Would this be as a result of the fact that Eze could not live up to expectation because it is his former club? Or are we going to see a Manchester United win 3 Premier League matches back to back? So drop your predictions under the comment section and don't forget to show us love, share this video, like, subscribe, and go watch our previous videos right here on Sideline Podcast. Until I come your way in another episode, don't forget, football is what we live for.